Like I say, Gabriel and the town of Devon. There's a town in Europe known as Devon. They had a printer, and there used to be some posters. I ordered some posters. The first color posters ever printed were made in Devon. It was a blue sky with two white birds flying away, and at the very bottom it said Delvin. The posters were sold for $1 or $5. Back then, it was a lot of money, so a couple dollars, and they were the very first color poster ever printed. Basically, they used special paper, which was, of course, photographic paper, which brought out the colors, and it was the very first mass-produced color poster. They sold many copies of them. It was, I forget what the border was, but it was a blue or red background poster, and it had two doves on it and blue skies. And I think it was blank. It may have had a slogan at the bottom. I don't know. But at the bottom corner, it said Delvin, because it was printed in the city of Delvin, where my printing press was. The Lucifer Srar printing press was in Delvin. Anyway, somebody named Saint or Satan Gabriel, satanic or something. It was a group. It means like group, basically. Group Gabriel, basically, is what it means, I believe, in the old days. Saint does not really. Saint meant something else. It wasn't saint though. It was like satanic or something. Group. It was a group. It means group. The word satanic means group. Gabriel, which I forget what Gabriel means. Anyway, though, there was a group in there, and they were a black group, and of men, and they used to scoop out people's eyes. I believe somewhere around Delvin, and he said sometimes. I think he said he owned the town of Delvin, or Devilin, or something like that. It had a W, I think, too. They changed the name because so many bad things happened there. They used to scoop out people's eyes for owing money, or just scoop out people's eyes. They also built some, or had some tanks. The Nazi people, or the Japanese that would drive the tanks, and they would have their eyes scooped out. Or they say they threw acid in the eyes, but no, they scooped out their eyes with a spoon, actually. And those were some black males that had gone there, and basically they had a color thing, and basically anyone who is black or straight black could live inside that town or whatever. And they took over the town, basically killed all the white people, or killed a lot of white men, and then were scooping out their eyes. Basically, got them to surrender and scooped out their eyes one by one. I think in one night they scooped out a bunch of eyes. Basically, created a bunch of Nazi people, and then they had them building tanks for them and other stuff. And then they would have them take them into combat and make them drive by pushing on their shoulders. And they would work the controls, and then they would go and attack people. Anyway, my real Germans heard about it, and we went up there and we shot them in the head, because they would stick out of the tank sometimes to look around. And when they would, better scope and other things. And it was a two-man tank, so the Nazi person would be inside, and the black African male would be on top. And they'd drive around like that and blow things up. I think they would chain the Japanese person to the tank, so they couldn't leave even if they wanted to. So if the tank caught fire, the Japanese driver would die with it. They might have given him a bucket to shit in, I'm not sure. Basically, they mistreated those people very badly. It was horrible. So me and my SS group went up there, and we shot those black people in the head. And eventually, I'm pretty sure we killed Gabriel, or the Gabriel group, all of them, all 20 or so of them. I paid for their heads, and the Nazi people were very happy and felt a lot better as we treated them right and got them the proper care and help that they deserved, and fixed the town. I think they blew up the town, or drive around with the tanks or whatever. Anyway, they were driving Japanese tanks that they had stolen or bought or something like that. And then they would take people hostage and scoop out their eyes. Zimbabwe, black people. Anyway, so like I say, I trained an army, and we went up there, or they went up there, and they took them out one by one. So they were very bad people and horrible people, and that's how my my legacy was. Basically, that's how I was. Lucifer, Dark Angel, Avenger of the Weak. Well, dark. Well, I like the term Dark Angel, but realistically, the White Kingdom. Anyway, people would consider me a saint. Would consider me, like, not saint. I didn't like the word saint. That was a bad word. They would consider me angel, or, well, angel. I think angel meant winged thing or whatever, or something like that. I don't know why. I don't know where the angel came from. I might have had an angel group or something like that. Anyway, I don't really know. But I was basically like this ridiculous avenger that just seemed to come out of nowhere and just basically was sweeping the land of everything bad or horrible. Anyway, that's who Lucifer Srar was. Anyway, I was very rich and very powerful and had a lot of people behind me. We would take the Nazi people and we would get them to do useful things if they wanted to. If they didn't, they could just rest. Like I said, I felt, I was angered by it. Poor people. I mean, it wasn't right what they did. So, anyway, I didn't know about it at first until later on. And then when I did know about it, I acted on it. They tried to blame me for it because they found my group or my people there with them because, anyway, we were taking care of them. We didn't have anything to do with it. So anyway. But that's how I had a Nazi Germany, because I had some Nazi people inside of my Germany. And they would work and we would read to them and stuff like that. The Japanese would know all about it because, I mean, they were mistreated and abused. Like I always said, abuse will not be tolerated in my countries or lands. Maybe now because I'm not so much in power, but I don't know. I should have people still out there. I'm not dead, so. Anyway, the black people tried to blame me for it. Tried to say, oh, you did it. It was Lucifer. It's like, no. You're mistaken. I am Lucifer Srar. But yeah, I had Nazi people, as in they could not see. But I also owned Germany. And we used to help the sick or wounded or just defenseless people of this earth. We did many, many great things. And that's how how I became Lucifer. I think there might have been a Lucifer as in C, or something like that. Srar. That's how you know Lucifer Caesar. That was Delvin, I believe. Lucifer Caesar or whatever. Anyway, we ended him. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, I was the one running around killing the bad guys. I was Lucifer Srar. Lucifer Tsar, or Caesar, was black. They were all black. The Black Kingdom. And now they're dead. Anyway, but that's how I ended up with canon and everything else. And that's how my legacy began. The story of Lucifer Srar. It's a good one.